And that is on the Grine TV, which you can see right here unshot. And we are joined by the man himself, Valentine. How are you?
What's happening? What's happening?
Good.
Man?
Now, I know you interview people, obviously, all the time. How do you like being interviewed?
Man, it's cool.
It's good.
I'm actually okay with this, man, because I wanted to come and sit with y'all because I want to get y'all on my show, too.
Oh, we'll come anytime.
Awesome.
Tell us about On the Grine TV, the whole concept behind it.
You know, it's been a grind. And it's truly been, since we've been around since 4 years now.
Yeah.
And just grinding it out, man. And we've been fortunate and blessed to be on Shaw. And if it wasn't for my man, for Provision, Steve Fazessery? Get that right.
That's a good name.
We wouldn't be where we at right now.
Well, and it's funny because you always ask a question of your guests, you know, what's On the Grine mean to you? And I think that answer is kind of, you know, it's built into what you just said. I mean, you've really been just consistently working at doing this because you love it.
Man, you know what? There's been plenty of times I said, you know what? I ain't doing this thing no more, man. And somehow God gives me inspiration by putting somebody in my path that helps me to say, you know what? You need to continue doing this because you on the grind. You epitomize on the grind, man. And every single time I suffer and I go out and I'm like, man, I can't do this anymore. Next thing I know, I run into somebody maybe at the gym and it's like, so what are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm doing this TV show and this and that and whatever.
And they've got a great story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, tell us a little bit about hanging out with Snoop Dogg. I love him so much.
You got to be in a certain headspace to have a good interview with Snoop.
Hey, can we say this on air?
Yeah.
No, Snoop is a good dude, man. You know what?
He is.
And when we sat down, it was just like meeting another brother.
Yeah.
And knowing that we're brothers, we ain't really brothers, but we're brothers.
Yeah.
So, and when he started talking, I was thinking, you know, this guy's gonna be like, nah. And the dude just sat back and he laid back and he was like, well, Valentine. You know, it's like this here. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And he just rambled on about stuff and he started talking about football and kids and this and that and how he was doing this. And I'm like, I wanted to go into a bunch of things.
Yeah.
But
just let it go.
Just let it go.
Yeah, you got it sometimes.
And all the people that you talk to, I mean, that's what I like about your interviews is they're not, you know, if it's a musician, it's not just music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so important to create that humanity and that understanding amongst people that, you know, this is the thing that you're grinding out, but everybody has that in their life, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's
lawyers, doctors, anybody who's out there grinding it out. I mean, you guys.
You've been grinding it out for years.
You know what I mean?
15 years of grinding it out.
So, and it's just not because you guys are on the show. You still have to be grinding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
okay, it is February. It is Black History Month,
yes,
and you have a whole lot of exciting
is.
things planned. Tell us about some of the stuff that you're going to be doing.
We're going to be bringing on gospel choir. We're bringing on historians. We're bringing on people who just basically grinding it out for Black History Month, man. We want to know, and with the people who are coming on, they're going to tell us a little bit about the history of Vancouver and some of the things that went on before our time.
Yeah, and it's a story that doesn't get told very often in Vancouver. I mean, we're not very in touch with Black history here in Vancouver and how deep it goes and how influential it's been.
It's rooted in, man. Yeah. Victoria was where the first Black people settled because from the Underground Railroad, they went into Victoria and all across the East Coast. But Vancouver had Emery Barnes.
Yeah.
And I mean, his daughter lives here, and there's some other lady, and Paul Wynn, and all these other people who are here. Yeah. We just have to bring it out.
Well, and it's beautiful when you see those connections, you know, the inspiration and the groundwork and all these people that are continuing on.
And I mean, I want to be in Black history, you know.
How did you get into TV in the first place? What was the transition point for you?
You know what, being an actor.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I played professional baseball too.
Yeah.
But that is a totally different thing. TV, man, it's tough for me to be in TV. Baseball, I know. TV, I have to work at. You know, so coming from, I sat down one day and I wanted.
Did someone tell you, or did you decide yourself?
My cousins are all actors, man.
Yeah.
And they would tell me, you know, you're funny. You know how you get that thing, you're funny.
And what I get is, you're funny, be funny.
Yeah, you know, you should be on TV.
Yeah.
Be funny because you're funny. And I'm like, I don't know about that.
But you obviously enjoy it.
I do, because I think it's fun. And know that it challenges me to be good at what I do. Because I'm good at baseball and all the other sports, but I sit down, man, it may not look like I'm nervous, but I'm like, man, I'm saying.
And it's great to be challenged. I mean, it's part of what makes people love what they do. If you're not challenged, it's not interesting.
Exactly.
Yeah, people ask us all the time. They're like, you know, you guys must not get nervous anymore. You've been doing it. I tell you, man, before every single interview, when like for some reason, there's always just a little bit of butterflies.
Exactly.
But that's a good thing, right? Because it's excitement, it's fear, it's uncertainty, it's all those things that you should be embracing in your life and sort of plow through, right?
I call it the at-bats.
The at-bat.
Because every single time now, our fourth show is my fourth at-bat. So I now know the pitcher. And it's like facing Dwight Gooden. When I had to face him, I was scared to death.
Yeah.
But now that I've been around the batting order at least once, now I know.
The inside pitch doesn't scare you anymore.
It doesn't scare me anymore. Especially when it's 97 and it's up in here.
Well, if you want to check out On the Grind with Valentine, you certainly can. It airs Tuesday nights right here on Shaw TV. And you can also follow him on Twitter. Thanks so much.
Yes, you can.
Valentine, we're looking forward to, of course, seeing the show, but we'll come on anytime.
I'm looking forward to getting you.
I'll brush your chin back. I'll brush your chin back. That's just fine for me. That's good.
I do the normal handshake.
We're going to take a break.
Can master the other one.